What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about silver. More specifically, I wanted to talk about the spot price of silver falling down into the $21 an ounce range, premiums excluded, of course. And I wanted to talk about some good news and some bad news that goes along with it. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts, and a whole lot more. Make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. You have 7 days left to do that. Refer one friend and they're going to give you 10 free stocks for the referral. You have 2 days left to do that. And if you refer 2 friends, by the end of the month, they're going to give you either a free share of Starbucks, Apple, or Google. Everything will be linked in the description. So today is Monday, May 9th, 2022. The current spot price of silver, as I'm filming the video, is $21.94. It's down 40 cents or down 1.79%. A solid red day for the beautiful white metal. The spot price of gold is $1864.10. It's down $19 or down 1.01%. A nice solid red day for the beautiful yellow metal as well. And of course, the gold to silver ratio is in the 84 to 85 to 1 range. But of course, that's as I'm filming the video at like 10 o'clock in the morning, not as I'm editing, posting, or as you're watching. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. Alright, so today I wanted to spend a majority of this video talking about silver. I wanted to talk about my precious metal of choice. I wanted to talk about my priority metal and what you can see right here on display. We have a nice little selection. We have some 90% junk constitutional Washington silver quarters up there at the top. That's just one bag of 90% Washington quarters that I've had. Pretty much all I've been stacking for the last year and a half to maybe even 2 years at this point. Almost exclusively nothing but Washington quarters. Below that, we have a 10-ounce bull bar with a 1-ounce American flag bar sitting on top of it. Over there, we have a 10-ounce sunshine bar with a 1-ounce Westminster bar sitting on top of it. In the center, we have a Type 1 eagle, a Type 2 eagle, a maple leaf, a kangaroo, and a Britannia. And then down there at the bottom, we have some 90% junk constitutional Mercury dimes, and I think there actually might be some Roosevelt dimes somewhere in the mix, but for the most part, those are Mercuries. But today I wanted to talk about the spot price of silver falling below the $22 an ounce mark. I personally did not expect to see this happen. I started questioning last week. I even put out a video questioning it last week that I didn't think silver was going to go as low as it did last week. So I started to wonder, am I going to be proven wrong again? And now that I see silver in the $21 an ounce range, I mean, granted, it's in the 2190s, but still, it could keep on going down. Who knows? Maybe we'll see $20 and change silver again. Again, like I said last week, I don't think so. I could get proven wrong on that. I truly don't believe that I will be wrong in this case, but hey, anything can happen. But the reason I wanted to bring this up is because with the spot price moving in a downward direction right now, we have a little bit of good news and we have a little bit of bad news. I'm going to start off with the bad news. The bad news is not really bad news for everybody, but it's bad news for some. With the spot price of silver moving in a downward direction, ordinarily the precious metals move up together or they move down together, and typically when the precious metals move in one direction, most other things move in the opposite direction. Silver typically does well during inflationary times or recessionary times, or just when there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, or when the economy is in shambles, whatever the case may be. When it comes to silver, bad news is good news. But this time around, usually when good news is good news for, let's just say, the stock market or the real estate market or different types of businesses, the bad news right now is that alongside silver moving in a downward direction and gold moving in a downward direction, it seems as though everything else is moving in a downward direction. Everything but inflation is moving down, it seems. I mean, just for example, even the digital currencies right now, which I'm personally not really much of a digital currency guy, it's just personal preference. Some people are, some people aren't. But I thought it was pretty interesting because the big five are all in the red today. To my understanding, these are the most popular five cryptos right now. Bitcoin down over 3.5%. Ethereum down over 5%. Doge down almost 5.5%. SHIB down almost 11%, and Cardano down over 11%. So even the digital currencies are suffering right now, as they've been this entire year so far. In fact, when it comes to most of these digital currencies, or at the very least Bitcoin and Ethereum, to my understanding, I'm pretty sure they're lower than they were a year ago today. And friendly reminder, as I've been saying every now and again, for those of you who are already on the Webull app, if you refer a friend to the app and they go and enable crypto trading, they're going to give you $5 worth of a crypto of your choice between Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, SHIB, and Cardano. So if you want $5 worth of a digital currency of your choice, that link will be in the description. But guess what? It's not just silver that's moving down. It's not just gold that's moving down. It's not just the digital currencies that are moving down as well. You want to know what else is moving down? The stock market. Stocks are in the red. Red across the board today so far. Again, filming this video about 30 minutes after the market opens. Who knows? We could pop back up in the middle of the day after this video is already done. So, again, head on down to the comments and let me know how the market closed today, because by the time it's released, the market will already be closed. But right now, as I'm filming the video, the S&P 500 is down 1.87%. The Dow Jones is down 1.5%. And the NASDAQ is down 2.07%. Big red day for the stock market so far. Big red start to the week. Last week, we had quite a bit of red as well. From what I remember, I'm pretty sure Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were green days, and Thursday and Friday were red days, but those red days were massive red days. I think on Thursday we closed down 2, 3, 4, 5% across the board. Huge red day on Thursday, and even more red on Friday. And guess what? With this being the case, it kind of seems almost as though we're in the beginning stages of either an everything crash where everything just falls down, or we're just going through a little bit of a rough patch right now and things will pick back up, or at least certain assets will pick back up. Maybe the stock market will start moving in a downward direction and silver and gold will keep on falling. Maybe the opposite will happen. Maybe the stock market will continue on this decline and silver and gold will pop. We will see. Time will tell. And before we get back into the silver and the gold, because keep in mind, I did say before that there's good news and bad news, and I said that the bad news is everything is going down with it, but there's some good news as well. And before we get into that, since we're still on the topic of stocks, let me just give everyone a friendly reminder to go and get their 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding their account. Normally it's 2. They bumped it up to 5 until May 16th. You only have 7 days left. Capitalize on that while you can. And you can deposit any amount, by the way. It could be as little as a penny, and it still works. You still get your free stocks, and I know that because that's what I did. If you refer one friend to the app by May 11th, you have 2 days left to do this. They're going to give you 10 free stocks for the referral. It's part of their advertising budget, by the way. Rather than wasting currency elsewhere, they reward their users for helping them build their app with them. And you can do this 10 times, by the way. If you refer 10 friends to the app by May 11th, they're going to give you 100 free random stocks. Capitalize on that while you can. 2 days left. And of course, the promo for the month is if you refer 2 friends by the end of the month, they're going to give you either a free share of Starbucks, Apple, or Google. Starbucks right now is worth roughly $75 a share. Apple is worth roughly $155 a share. And Google is worth roughly $2,300 a share. You win either way because you're still getting something out of it, but it's completely random. Capitalize on that while you can. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. But now moving away from stocks, moving away from Webull, moving away from the S&P 500 and the digital currencies and the bad news, let's now talk about the good news. Now that we got everything else out of the way, I would say the good news is pretty much what I've been talking about for quite a bit of time, and it's what I've been hoping for, and it's what a lot of other people have been hoping for. For the people out there who are in acquisition mode, for the people out there who want as much silver as they can possibly get, for the people out there who are still trying to hoard as much of the beautiful white metal as they possibly can, this right here is good news in and of itself, because when the prices are low, that means we have the ability to do one of two things, potentially both things at the same time. Number one, we can lower our average cost if our average cost is higher than where the stack price is right now. Stack price is spot price plus the average premium, which is about $4 over spot per ounce right now. So, with that being the case, with silver being in the $21.90 range, I would say stack price is probably about $25.90 something cents, give or take. We can just round it up to $22 right now and call it $26 stack price, give or take. So if our average cost at the moment is, I don't know, $29, and now we're able to get silver for the grand total out the door price tag of $26 an ounce, we can lower our average cost. Although that's not the main concern, that's not priority number one, that's not what we should be putting all of our focus on. What we should really be putting our focus on is increasing how many ounces of silver we own. That's the number one priority. It's not about lowering your average cost necessarily, although that's nice to do when possible. The ultimate mission is to increase how much you hold. I had a conversation with somebody not too long ago, actually. I think it was just earlier this year. He's more of a stock market kind of guy, and that's pretty much exactly how he explained it. He said right now he's not really worrying about lowering his average cost on anything. His priority is to increase how many shares he holds. Well, guess what? The same thing applies when it comes to silver and when it comes to gold. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, when the dust settles, it doesn't matter what the average cost is. At least not to me. Not in my opinion, from my perspective. That couldn't be less relevant. But it is nice to do when possible. But if it's not possible, it's not that big of a deal. For example, stack price is lower than it was last week. It's a lot lower than it was 3 weeks ago. Am I able to lower my average cost? No, my average cost is still probably $18, $19, $20 an ounce because of how much I was able to get back in 2017, 2018, and 2019. My average cost is still a little bit lower. But guess what? I'm still able to increase how many ounces of silver are within the stack by converting my dollars into those beautiful troy ounces of silver. And I've been primarily doing this with 90% junk constitutional Washington silver quarters. That's where my eyes have been. My eyes have been on Washington quarters and Washington quarters only, pretty much for the most part, for the last almost 2 years at this point. That's just from my experience at my local coin shop and the places that I get my silver. I've been able to get the best bang for my buck on Washington quarters. For you, it might be different. For you, it might be generic silver bars or generic silver rounds or this or that or this or that. It doesn't really matter. I would love to get some more silver rounds, privately minted silver bars. I would love to get that. I love generic silver. Right now, the best bang for my buck is with junk constitutional silver, which I'm a big fan of right now anyway, so I'm not complaining. Silver at the end of the day. I would like to get back to being able to mix and match it up a little bit more frequently, but I'm going after whatever I can get my hands on right now. And if your priority is just to add weight to the stack, get as much silver as you can regardless of what it is, now's not the time to be picky. Now's the time to be focusing on whatever the lowest possible premium silver is at your local coin shop, which I personally believe you should be supporting because support small businesses, hashtag support your LCS, t-shirts and hoodies in the DYDSS store. If you don't want anybody knowing what LCS stands for, let them know it stands for locally canned soup. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. A lot of the products are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, but guess what? With the spot price being lower right now, and with it lowering at a pretty slow pace, I mean, it's not dramatically dropping. We're not seeing a silver crash right now. We're seeing silver move in a downward direction, just like we're seeing everything else move in a downward direction. With that being the case, I would say it's good news that it's moving down kind of slow at the time for the time being because it's staying off of everybody else's radar. See, that's something that concerns me. Of course, I love the red days. I prefer the red days. I would rather see more red days than green days on the silver and gold because that just means I can keep getting more and more and more and more and more. The problem with spot price moving down, if of course it moves down rapidly, is it gets too much attention. It gets too many people talking about it. It reminds too many people to go and dive back into silver if they've been neglecting it or if they stopped stacking it or they thought it was too expensive at this price and now it's a better price for them. It's on too many people's radar. It gets too much attention. Too many people jump in, and then you have more people placing online orders and more people running on into the local coin shop. And that's what drives up the premiums, which is obviously not something that I'd like to see as somebody who's trying to get as much of it for the lowest possible dollar amount as I can. I think it's good news that's moving down kind of slowly. I mean, just 3 weeks ago, I remember making a video talking about silver hitting $26 an ounce, moving up. It climbed up into the $26 an ounce range. Then it fell back into the $25 an ounce range, $24 an ounce range. Nobody really batted an eye because it was kind of sitting in the $24 range for the longest time anyway. Then 23, and then it caught my eye when it went down to 22, and now we're looking at 21? I mean, $21.90, but who knows? It can go lower than that. The fact that it fell below the $22 an ounce mark is really what caught my attention, and I knew I had to make a video about it today. So I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. What are your thoughts on the spot price of silver moving down, particularly kind of slow? Would you prefer to move in a downward or an upward direction slowly, or would you rather it just take off in either direction, even though it gets way too much attention, at least in my opinion? And of course, when it comes to the good news and the bad news that I presented today, what are your thoughts on that? Would you agree with me? Would you disagree? Head on down to the comments and let me know. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. We got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got stickers, we got coffee mugs in a bunch of different designs. A lot of the products are helping us raise some funds and awareness for different charity organizations. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free, and every Saturday morning I post a brand new adventure vlog, and there are a ton of other perks as well. VIP Club link in the description. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. And of course, friendly reminder to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Normally it's 2. They bumped it up to 5, so capitalize on that while you can. You have 7 days left. Deposit any amount, and it counts. You still get your free stocks. If you refer one friend to the app, in the next 2 days, by May 11th, they're going to give you 10 free random stocks for the referral. It's part of their advertising budget, and you can do this 10 times. If you refer 10 people in the next 2 days, they're going to give you 100 free random stocks. So capitalize on that while you can. 2 days left. And of course, the promo for the month of May is that if you refer 2 friends to the app by the end of the month, they're going to give you either a free share of Starbucks, a free share of Apple, or a free share of Google. That's either a free roughly $75, a free roughly $155, or a free roughly $2,300. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. Sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash to go and get you some silver or even some gold if that's what you want. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? What are your thoughts on the spot price of silver falling below the $22 an ounce range? And keep in mind, I'm saying the spot price of silver. We're not talking about premiums here. What are your thoughts on the spot price of silver falling below $22 an ounce? What are your thoughts on the good news that I shared in the video, talking about being able to acquire more silver for a smaller amount of dollars, potentially lower our average cost? And of course, the bad news, which isn't bad news for all of us, everything's going down with it. The digital currencies are down, the stock market is down, everything's down right now. What are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? Head on down to the comments and let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.